Hey Radiant Souls, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Heather. I am an intuitive artist, author, animal communicator, energy healer for pets and people, psychic medium channeler, and I'm on a mission to empower and embolden others to connect with their divine radiant light and honor the sacred connection with all life. For the past few weeks, we have been making our way through diving deeper into the content in my first book, Hey Radiant Souls, a guide for finding and shining your light. And we are up to chapter 6 with today's topic. And this one I haven't really talked about in any of the previous episodes in this series. I haven't talked about the art really that came through while I was doing this book. So I want to take a second and just talk about that because this chapter has one of my favorite memes or art drawings, that concepts, I guess, that came through for this. So when I was getting this channeled information that ultimately became the book, I didn't know it was going to be a book. I just was getting these pings of prompts from my guides at very inappropriate hours, like 1 a.m., 2 a.m., that would wake me up, starting with the phrase, "Hey, Radiant Soul." That's where that all comes from, by the way. That was my team getting my attention. "Hey, Radiant Soul, what about this?" And I would see an image, and those images eventually made their way into the book in the best way that I could draw and represent them. But then I would hear like a concept or a topic, and it felt like a lot of information needed to come through, but it started like the picture was the kind of placeholder for it. So I could remember the pictures pretty well. I could remember like the catchphrase, like this week is bet on yourself and don't look back. But then all the information that went under it kind of felt like it was being filed in a zip drive. And over the course of a few weeks and months, that all started to unpack itself. So the pictures for me, even though I ultimately decided to put them in the published book in black and white, and I don't think it really did them justice, they are so meaningful to me because that is how I connected back into all the other information. So I'm going to put the one for this month or this topic here on screen because bet on yourself and don't look back. For me, that's how it came through, was the little fuzzy dice on somebody's rear view mirror, because you're looking at yourself in the rear view mirror and you're betting on yourself. Where this also was so helpful for me, again, when I was getting the messages as they were coming through, the channelings, they just stood on their own. I didn't understand at that time that they also correlated to things that I had gone through in my life. So this chapter was related to a period of time in my life where I was on the scholarship hunt. I was in high school. I could see the lay of the land that I wasn't going to get like the big scholarships, but I was trying to, figure out what I could do to get some money in for college, and came across this note in a book about a program called Young Woman of the Year. And it used to be called Junior Miss, and a lot of people thought it was a pageant. And at the time, and still now, I'm not a pageant kind of person. I don't have the grace and the composure and the like girliness really to like assume that I'm in that kind of realm. So and there wasn't a swimsuit competition or anything like that. But the other girls who were entering this program were the cheerleaders and the homecoming queens and those kinds. And I was absolutely not that. But for some reason, as soon as I saw it in the book, I knew I would win it. I had absolutely zero real world, real life experience to have that expectation, but I knew. And so part of the program, there were choreographed routines. I had never taken dance class, but we had rehearsals that we had to go to every weekend. And I would drive to the rehearsal and drive back, and in my mind, mentally map out what it felt like to hear my name called as the winner and what that would feel like. And I didn't know anything at the time about The Secret and manifestation. None of that was really, maybe it was out in the world. It wasn't in my world. Wasn't in my frame of reference, but that's what I did for the 30-minute drive there and back to rehearsals. And so the fact that my image for betting on yourself is a rear view mirror. That was 100% because I even would, so picture it. It's the early 90s. I didn't have a CD player, but I had like a boombox in the passenger seat. Maybe some of you did this too. And I would play whatever CD I liked, blaring it on the little thing, windows down, prime, like, cruising down this winding little mountain road. And I would always look in the rearview mirror, and even had this thing where I would tell myself, the night of the program, when I win, I'm going to make this same drive, and this is how I'm going to feel when I look in the rearview mirror. So anyway, that's how all of the art and all of the stuff in the book came together, and I just wanted to share that story. But let's get into the channeled message. Before I do that, though, I want to read the channel message that came through originally, and then we'll see what the team wants to bring through today. This is a really short one for this chapter, but it says what it needs to say. Hey, Radiant Soul, ante up and raise the stakes. You are Snake Eyes 21, the 777s, the scratch off prize, and the winning combination of lottery numbers. Place all your chips on yourself. Even when the whole table bets against you, when the house seems to win every hand, and when the odds are astronomical, go all in on you, bet on yourself, and don't look back. So that's what came through way back 4 years ago when I wrote the book. And let's check in with the team now, and I'll be back with you at the end to tie it all back together. Enjoy. Hello, bright and beautiful beings. This is a topic that we love sharing with you, for we have observed in your time, on your planet, in your species, if you will, confidence is not easily maintained or attained. And we feel that is such an underestimation and underrepresentation of who you truly are. So we would ask you, why? Why are you not planting confidence within yourself? Why are you not betting on yourselves so that you set yourselves up for success? Luck is not accidental. Luck is the merger of opportunity and preparation. And if you do not prepare from a state of being confident, then what you attract will be perceived by you perhaps as being less than lucky, less than opportune. When you have, if we think of the word confidence and break it down to confide, what are you confiding in yourself? When you have confidence, it's like this beautiful secret that you share with yourself that the world around me may not know who I am yet. The world around me may try to put me in a box, may try to label me, may try to assume things about me, but I confide in myself. It's my little secret that I am enough. I am worthy. I shine my divine radiant light so brightly that it doesn't matter what anyone else says, thinks, assumes about me, because I have that inner knowing. I have confided in myself. I have that confidence within me. That then becomes the method through which you alter your perception, not only of yourself, but when you are sitting in a confident way, standing in a confident way, breathing in a confident way, it modulates your frequency. Your energy is different. What you put out into the world, your vibe changes through your confidence. And it can be a narrow path to walk. Confidence is not ego, in the sense that you sometimes refer to ego as being antithetical to love. Ego is your sense of self, which is necessary in your world. It's necessary in your third dimensional experience. Confidence is just trusting, not just yourself. If you can't get to the point where you trust in yourself, do you trust in your soul? Do you trust in your higher self? Do you trust in God, in the universe, in source, in creation? For if you do, you know that you have the ability to be the divine creator of your own reality. And if that doesn't give you confidence, then what will? Believe in yourself, dearest friends. Be blessed. they were a little like hyped about that, right? Like the team is really, it is kind of an epidemic. I agree. In working with people for the last 20 plus years, it's a tough one. It's a tough one to face a world that can seem just relentlessly sometimes, and to step out, to believe in yourself. And a lot of us, I think, those of us who are on the path that we're on, if we want to call it the spiritual path, we are reshaping that energy. And with that comes, like the team alluded to, the nuance of being confident doesn't mean you're egotistical. Being confident doesn't mean that you're elbowing other people out of the way. Being confident means that you witness, you see, and you know, I'm in the flow of creation. I'm in the flow of divine radiant light. I'm going to trust myself. I'm going to trust all the things that got me here. And I'm going to trust the decisions that I make going forward. So I hope you found this helpful. I'll see you next time. Bye.